Hey, good evening, church family, and welcome to tonight's virtual Porch session. But we're so glad you're able to drop by. Hey, this is just our opportunity to come together and just to encourage each other and just to kind of catch up. So just by way of a couple of updates, first of all, we just want to just give God the praise and the glory. Boy, He's been so faithful to us. I'm not aware of anybody in our church family or even associated with our church family that has been impacted directly by the coronavirus. And so He has certainly been honoring our prayers. We want to continue to keep those prayers up, though. I want to be praying for, we still have a lot of medical people in our church. Want to be praying for them and their safety, as well as those that are working in the service industries. Things are beginning to open up, and we're beginning to see a lot of people out and about. And I just want to continue to pray for the protection of our church family and, of course, our extended church family and community as well. Just a couple of updates before we get into some fun tonight. Wow, hey, last Sunday morning's drive-in worship was just wonderful. A lot of people attended that thing, and that's just such a unique opportunity for us to come together and to worship. It just goes to show us that that the church is outside of the walls, and there's a lot of great things that are taking place. Hey, a big congratulations. I think we mentioned this on Wednesday night, but as you know, we collected some food items and some cash donations for the food pantry. Collected over $1,100 for that. That's going to feed a lot of hungry families here in our Utica community, and I know they were just absolutely thrilled. The administration for the food pantry was absolutely thrilled for receiving that offering. And again, kudos to you. Thank you so much for your generosity throughout all of this. Speaking of drive-in worship, this coming Sunday, we will be worshiping here at our church facility, albeit it will be drive-in. And we'll be doing it in our parking lot. The high school will be is not available to us due to a graduation ceremony that will be going on throughout the day, a drive-in type graduation ceremony that will be taking place throughout the day. And so we'll be doing drive-in worship this coming Sunday here at our facility in the gravel parking lot. We're asking everybody to enter the parking lot from the Main Street entrance. The alley will be blocked off, and we'll enter through that Main Street entrance. Just follow the signage. The stage will be there in front of the Gray House garage, and we'll just look forward to celebrating. I'm excited about the new series. I don't know about you or not, but boy, I think all of us have just kind of been beat down by this. We've heard all the negative. You can't turn on the news, but you don't hear all the doom and the gloom and everything associated with the pandemic. And so what I've decided to do is just to launch a new series of sermons this week that I'm simply calling Be Happy, period. And we're going to be going basically verse by verse through the happiest book of the Bible, and that is the book of Philippians. And 16 times in 4 chapters, the Apostle Paul uses the word joy or rejoice. And so, man, we're just going to be looking at God's advice on how to restore some joy and some hope in our lives. So very excited about that sermon. This Sunday we'll be talking about relationships, and how to have joy-filled relationships. We'll just be taking our prompts from chapter 1 of Philippians. So hope you're able to be here, spread the word. We will be opening our facility next Sunday, June 7th. You'll hear much more about this. There'll be a mailing going out. Very excited about this. This has been a long time coming, and just know that we will be doing that in a very responsible manner. You'll be receiving in the mail some guidelines that we'll be putting in place just to assure the safety of our church family. And we know as well that there are still some folks that are a bit anxious about coming together, and that's fully understandable. And you're not expected to be here. We will be continuing to provide live stream of that worship gathering at 10:30 starting June 7th. And so we'll want to be spreading the word about that, looking so forward to beginning to get back together, face to face, just looking very much forward to that. Again, that'll be coming on June 7th. Hey, tonight we're just going to have some fun. We want to honor our graduates. We have 5 that are directly associated with our church this year. And the high school, the Utica High School, will be actually doing a drive-through graduation ceremony this Sunday. Pretty much runs throughout the day. And some of our youth leaders got together and decided, what can we do to encourage the graduates? I know they've been robbed of a lot of joy, of their senior year, even their graduation. And so they wanted to just encourage them. So the youth group, the senior high youth group, got together and they made several posters that are going to line the route that the families will be driving as they approach the high school. I think there's 15 or 16 posters that have been created, and that'll just hopefully be a big pick-me-up to those seniors. But what we would like to do this evening, we're going to do a couple of things. One, we're going to have you vote. We're going to give some prizes for the best of the posters. And so the way this will work is here in a moment we're going to stream, and you'll be seeing these on your screen, all of the posters. And at first we'll go through all of the posters one by one by one. And then you're going to see a slide. There'll actually be a series of slides where we have grouped them into 5 different groups. There'll be about 2 to 3 posters on each one of those. And what we'd like you to do is look over that group. So it'll be group 1. I think there's 3 posters on group 1. Look over those 3 posters, and then you can vote for the one that you like most by using the chat box. And they'll be numbered 1, 2, and 3. If you like number 2 the best, you want to type a 2 in the chat box. If you like number 1, of course you'll type 1 in the chat box. I think there's 5 groups, so we'll be doing 5 separate votes. So again, there'll be a slide. It'll have the instructions at the top. It'll say group 1. It'll give you the instructions on how to vote. There'll be 3 pictures of the 3 posters, and you can vote for each one of those. We'll go through the 5 of those. We'll be keeping a tally here, and we'll make sure that the person that created those posters will be awarded properly. And then after that voting, then we've put together a video acknowledging our 5 graduates. And so we just hope you enjoy that. And then after that, then we'll just go ahead and open the floor, and as we typically do, just for a time for some live chat and to encourage each other. So again, thank you for dropping by tonight. Man, looking so forward to seeing you this weekend in our drive-through service out in our parking lot here at the Utica Church of Christ. And then, of course, June 7th, when we'll be back together live. So again, thank you. Have a great rest of your evening, and be safe this weekend, folks.
the moment, it's on the line. Which way you gonna fall? In the middle, between wrong and right. But you know after all, it's your life, what you gonna do? The world is watching you. Every day the choices you make say what you are and who your heart beats for. It's an open door. It's your life. Are you who you always said you would be? With a sinking feeling in your chest, always waiting on someone else to fix you. Tell me, when did you forget? It's your life, what you gonna do? The world is watching you. Every day the choices you make say what you are and who your heart beats for. It's an open door. To live the way that you believe. Porch.